What's up everybody, this is Luca. It's been some time since my trip to New York. I just started my new job, so I've been quite busy working, and I just moved in this apartment with my friends. So you might have noticed the place is different. Now I promised you I would tell you how I found this job here in Canada. Well, let's start by telling you that my job is front-end developer right now. I work in a big company. It was really tough. It took me about 4 months, which, yeah, for some people it might not be so long, because there are indeed people who have been looking for months. In my case, I was looking for a job as a programmer, front-end, back-end, full stack. I didn't really care about that. And I applied to like more than 100 companies. I was, in front of my computer at 1 a.m. just applying to companies, or maybe solving a coding challenge, because oftentimes they ask you to solve a coding challenge or make a small project at home to see if you have the skills, the necessary skills. After trying for so long, I really got sick of all the time that I spent doing coding challenges for these companies and interviewing with these companies that in the end didn't care about me at all, just because I have only 1 year of experience behind me. And also I don't have a bachelor degree, which is something that, makes things much harder. But I didn't give up, and I persevered. And these two things are the most important things you have to do when looking for a job. And don't get depressed, and don't take things personally. I received like hundreds of rejections. It's very normal to start getting sad if you are receiving like every day an email telling you, oh, we really appreciated your time in applying for this job, but you've been rejected because your skills are not enough for us, because your experience is not enough for us. And sometimes, especially when you have received a lot of these kind of emails, you start taking it personally. It's a very normal thing, but you need to rationalize it and you need to control it. In my case, there is one company where I applied normally, had a call with HR, solved the coding challenge at home. Then I went to their offices to meet the development team, and they asked a lot of questions about the coding challenge that I did, all that kind of technical stuff. A few days later I received an email that I was rejected again. And I wasn't really sad, because my expectations when looking for a job are basically zero. Like really, I'm not kidding, zero. I'm not expecting to get a job, even if the interview was good. Just a few days after I received this specific rejection, I was looking for a job again at night, feeling down because of this whole thing, because I had been looking for a job for a long time, and sometimes you feel like you're not worth anything. That's when I looked again at the email that they sent me, that this company sent me, and I thought, wait, I've done so many coding challenges for so many companies, and I know that my code is good, but they still decided to not hire me because they thought I wasn't really good on the back end. Then I got a fantastic idea. I sent them an email like, wait a minute, I know I have the skills for this job, so why don't you make me do another coding challenge, even a more complicated one. A few days later I received a reply. The HR person was so surprised that I did ask for another chance at getting the job, and she said nobody has ever done that. And that's how I got to do another coding challenge, for which they praised me a lot and they said that my code is great, and then I was rejected again. Yeah, that's true, I was rejected once more by the same company for the same role. But some more time later, I received another email, and they wanted me to come to their offices to interview for a different role in the company. So I did that, and then you know, the same process again, coding challenge, interview, then I met the head of department, and she decided I was more fit for another role. So I did another interview with them, but first it was a very risky move, but I want respect from the company, because I respect the company. So I told them I am deeply saddened by this, like, I've been interviewing with them for 2 months for 2 roles, and now they want me to interview again from scratch for a third role. Man, these are not exactly my words in the email, but you get the point. And they came back to me very respectfully and telling me that they understand and things like that. And that's how I knew that this company is kind of good, or at least they are respecting me, they do respect my time and my efforts. And I visited their offices again for another interview. After this whole long process, it was like 7 interviews in total, 3 coding challenges, technical questions during the interview. I finally got an offer from them. The third role, that's front-end developer, and I got an offer from them, and the offer is really good. And I'm really happy now because I started on June 3rd. It's great. Actually, it's way above my expectations as a workplace, because the most important thing for me at work is that you don't have to do overtime unless it's an emergency, and also that everybody is being respectful with everybody, and that you can be as closest as possible to your true self even when you are in the office. That's my story, guys. That's my story. And this is to say, always persevere. This is a piece of advice that I gave you before in one of my videos when I was kind of desperate, still looking for any type of job that I could do to make a living here in Canada, in Toronto. So just keep trying and try harder. And if things are going very bad, it's also good to take a break from looking for a job. 1 week or 2 weeks, then you can start again with the same energy that you had at the very start of your job search. And that's it for today, guys. Smash the like button if you liked the video. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you didn't watch it yet, watch my video in New York. It's some sort of vlog. And subscribe, guys. Subscribe. See you in the future.